The path of human evolution is full of twists and turns. The first mammals on Earth emerged about 220 million years ago in the Triassic period. It was a period in which dinosaurs ruled the world, and tiny mammals the size of small rodents had to spend their entire life hiding from large predators. A mass extinction event occurred about 65 million years ago, killing all animals above 10 kilograms. The mammals survived this event because they were small. The absence of predators allowed them to grow and diversify into monkeys, apes, and several others, such as cats, dogs, cows, etc. Up to 6.5 million years ago, our ancestors and the ancestors of chimpanzees were the same. They spent their entire lives on trees. In the next 6 million years, our ancestor great apes deviated from other primates and made some amazing adaptations which led to their evolution into modern humans. What were those adaptations and how did they change the course of our evolutionary history? Hi everyone, this is Acheulean Singh. In this video, we are going to discuss 6 evolutionary adaptations that brought us to what we are today. This video is also useful for UPSC Anthropology Paper 1, Unit 1.4, Biological and Cultural Factors in Human Evolution. Let's start. The first evolutionary adaptation was bipedal locomotion. About 5 million years ago, great apes lived in the dense forests of South and East Africa. They weighed 25 to 45 kilograms and their bodies had thick hair everywhere. They had small brains of 250 to 400 cubic centimeters. They were quadrupedal walkers, occasionally standing on 2 feet. The forest where they lived was so vast that it provided everything to them. They spent their entire lives on trees as the ground below was full of predators. Both their hands and feet were capable of clasping the branches of trees. The climate changed about 4 million years ago and the vast and dense forest turned into arrays of trees interspersed with grasslands in between. This change forced the arboreal apes to come to the ground for food. Apes realized that they could sense dangerous predators at a distance when they walked bipedal. They could use their free hands to carry food or babies. They could even hold stone tools in their hands, which were quite useful. Bipedalism consumed less energy and helped manage body heat better. Inspired by these benefits, the apes began bipedal locomotion and spent more time on the ground. Bipedalism was the first evolutionary adaptation. It had an impact on the ape anatomy. What were those impacts? Let's see. The foramen magnum is the opening in the skull that connects the spinal cord to the brain. Chimpanzees have it on the rear side of their heads. It moved towards the base of the skull in humans due to their bipedal locomotion. Bipedalism caused our spine to take the shape of the letter S to better balance the body weight. This adaptation increased the chances of developing hernia as our pelvis bone is just below the intestines. Other primates do not develop this condition since their quadrupedal posture prevents their intestines from falling on the pelvic bone. Our pelvis became small, wide and bowl-shaped to support the body weight. It made childbirth difficult and painful in humans due to a narrow birth canal. Our femur bone turned inwards to align the knees and legs along the line of gravity. Our bone below the knees has elongated to allow longer strides. Chimpanzees and other primates have prehensile toes that allow clasping tree branches with their feet. We humans have lost this capability. Our toes became straighter to support the weight of the entire body. Control of fire was another remarkable adaptation in the path to humanity. Keeping the naturally occurring fire burning is one thing, and igniting the fire ab initio is another. Experts believe that the ancient humans Homo erectus learned to keep the naturally initiated fire alive by continuously supplying dry logs and leaves some 500,000 years ago. They used fire for protection and cooking. Homo sapiens or Homo neanderthals learned to ignite fire by rubbing hard stones together much later. The heat from burning fire kept the ancient humans alive through chilly nights. Control of fire allowed them to migrate to colder regions. Cooked food reduces pressure on chewing apparatus, hence our jaws reduced in size. Having less parasites in food was better for health. Cooked food is easier on our stomachs and we spend less energy digesting it. As a result, we get more energy out of food. Control on fire extended the working hours by adding some from night. Ancient people used these hours to share their experiences and paint on cave walls. Bipedalism and control of fire were two landmark adaptations. The usage of tools was another path-breaking innovation. Homo habilis started using stone tools some 2 million years ago. They used tools to hunt and protect themselves, as they neither had sharp teeth nor claws. Tools provided the defenseless early humans with essential capabilities to rise to a higher position on the food chain. Sharp pointed spears could kill an animal at a distance. Bow and arrows could hit a faraway target with high accuracy. Tools were also handy for cutting, peeling, grinding, pounding hard nuts, meat, and other food items. They allowed the extraction of nutritious bone marrow from bones. Years of tool usage developed a precision grip in our hands, which allows to hold small objects precisely and firmly. Other primates also have prehensible hands, but their hands do not possess precision grip. Each group of ancient people had its tool-making tradition. These tool-making traditions were named based on the places where they were foremost found. Homo habilis people living in Oldowan Africa used crude stone tools, which are known as Oldowan tools. Homo erectus created improved tools known as Acheulean tools. These tools were extracted from Saint Acheulean region in France first. Later, they were also found in the other parts of Europe, Africa, and Asia. Bipedalism, control on fire, and tools uses were the foundational work for human evolution. The growth of the human brain fastened this process. We have paid the cost of large brains. The prolonged gestational period in humans is due to the need to allow the brain development of the unborn child. Also, the childbirth in humans has become complicated and painful. Evolutionary adaptations were taking us towards a more stable life. Let's see what role our community living played in it. A human baby is helpless at birth and it requires prolonged care. This need played a role in strengthening the familial and community bond. Community life also provided necessary protection to weak, sick, and old individuals. Ancient people discussed their daily matters assembling around the fire. A community life allowed them to strategize the next hunt. So far, we have seen 5 evolutionary adaptations of the early humans. The development of language and communication was the next crucial step. A community life holds specific requirements. People need to let others know of their requirements. Individuals are expected to understand the needs of the other members so that they are able to live up to the expectations. Communication is a key requirement for all this. Research has revealed that communication began with sign language. Early people used their hands and face to express their desires and thoughts. Slowly, people started making sounds along with gestures. These sounds gradually got recognized and people started communicating only with them. Sound-based communication was superior as it could be used over a distance. People began with understanding the sounds of animals and nature. They might have informed the presence of a ferocious animal by creating a roaring sound. Someone might have made a whispering wind sound to talk about the weather. In thousands of years, these sounds became words, and people combined multiple words to form sentences. Slowly, they improvised sentences to indicate the present, past, and future time. This way, the language became the medium of communication. Most experts believe that Homo erectus people started communication using sign language 1 million years ago. About 500,000 years ago, perhaps Homo heidelbergensis began sound-based language. A biological change in human body also aided in language development. This change was the mutation in the FOXP2 gene in the chromosome 7. We have reached near the end of this video. Let us discuss natural selection before wrapping it up. Natural selection is a mechanism of evolution where organisms with traits suited to the environment tend to survive and reproduce more, passing on those advantageous traits to future generations. Those who do not adapt to their natural environment die young. Bipedal humans were more suited to the climatic conditions, hence their population grew. Similarly, people with better cognitive capabilities outnumbered those with lesser mental abilities. By about 15,000 years ago, natural selection let only one species of humans live, we the Homo sapiens. Bipedal locomotion, control on fire, tool uses, and language made our ancestors the most powerful animals on earth. But they were still only hunters and gatherers. They had to be content with whatever food their natural ambience provided. Our ancestors harboring sharp brains did not stop there. They set out to attain higher goals like domesticating animals, learning farming, and metallurgy. How did they do all this? We will discuss it in the next video. Till then, bye. Thank you.